Shalom, family. Good to see you all here. Hope you're doing well. Just want to send you a reminder the shampoo is 25% off at all three of my shops. So the sale starts today and will end on March 10th. So if you're going to Etsy, make sure you use promo code shampoo25 at the checkout to get your discount. Shopify shampoo sales 25, and TikTok will take it off automatically. So we're going to talk about Valentina Gomez, the racist from Colombia. Now, the first time I saw her, she was trying to talk trash about Juneteenth. And I'll play a reminder of that. And she was running, I believe, for Secretary of State in Missouri, and she lost. Well, she has since carpet bagged her butt over to Texas. I guess believing she had a good shot of winning political office. And not only did she lose, she lost in a major landslide. Now, the candidate that won Congress was endorsed by Donald Trump. Now, she didn't come actually she didn't come close to winning, but I think she assumed, being that the state of Texas have a lot of Latinos, and she just felt she had a good shot of winning Congress. But she only got 10% of the vote, and not only did she get a very low amount of votes, so it just goes to show you even the Latinos were not feeling her because she didn't come close to winning. And she already knows she has no chance of getting our vote. And apparently, even the white people, you're doing all that talking and sounding like a white supremacist, and even they didn't support her. Now, when she lost, she's making the claim that the election was rigged. First of all, this girl is so unlikable. You don't have to rig anything. You don't have to rig anything. But there's a lot of people that are happy that she lost. And I'm one of them. I'm glad she lost. She's been over here, I think, for what, 11 years from Colombia, and she still sounds like she just got off the plane yesterday. Her English is really still not all that great for the amount of time she's been in the country. And she loves being on camera, brandishing weapons and everything, trying to talk all tough. And at the end of the day, it did absolutely nothing for her. All right. And she's going to learn the hard way. She is too brown for the white supremacists. So she is another white adjacent. She wants to be looked at as white, and she will never be embraced. And the fact that they didn't come out big for her is proof they ain't feeling her. They don't want her at all. So let me go ahead and play this video just to remind you, just in case you don't remember who she is, what she said about Juneteenth. The woman she is racist to the core, and she don't even try to hide it. All right. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. They need to deport her, but she don't need to run for office. She needs to be deported, as far as I'm concerned. Get her ass the hell up on out of here. Since she don't like people here, she don't like black people and all that stuff. Pack your ass up and get ICE out there wherever she is and deport her ass. Oh, there is one more thing. Thank you for the ones, everybody. There is one more thing I wanted to tell y'all. She lost her voting rights in Texas. Apparently, When she registered to vote, she used a P.O. box. In the state of Texas, you're not allowed to use a P.O. box. You have to, excuse me, you have to have a street address. It's okay to have a street address and your P.O. box on your registration, but you can't have a P.O. box only. And that's what she tried to do. And they took her voting rights away in Texas. So she can't vote right now anywhere in the country. All right, y'all, let's get started.
From slavery and black victimization is about to be shoved down our throats for the most wretched holiday in America. BLM raised millions. But what did they do for black lives? It is outrageous to see people asking for reparations, even though they never went through slavery. These ungrateful people should be celebrating because they were born in the greatest nation to ever exist. Here's a tip: if you don't like America, try and get the fuck out. On the day before Juneteenth, Valentina Gomez, remember that name, got on TV and said, Juneteenth is just a holiday where black victimization is shoved down everyone's throats for a day. Quick backstory about Valentina Gomez. She is a Colombian immigrant and she's been living in the States for about 10 to 15 years now. She's about 25 years old. She is a Republican and she is running for Secretary of State in Missouri. She is an extreme right wing, pandering to white supremacy. Okay. I will never understand in a million years why people of color do this. They're not going to like you. Okay. You can work with their agenda. You can help them. You can even enslave your own people. They will never see you as an equal. They will never value your opinion. It doesn't matter what you do. You are just making a fool of yourself on TV, okay? The entire Latin community disowns you. I'm sure that wasn't your goal, but that's what's happening. That's really embarrassing. You really have to go out of your way to make a fool of yourself for your entire community to disown you like that. Getting on TV unprompted to make those kind of comments and remarks about Juneteenth makes no sense. It's not going to help you or anyone else in any way. You didn't have to do that. You didn't.
You know, if it's dirt on somebody, I'm going to find it. Valentina Gomez, I can't say what I want to say for guidelines reasons, but if you go to a certain website, you go to the Colombian category, you type in DP, guess who pops up? You can't run for office if you involved in anything like that. I think someone should show a Texas official.
Valentina Gomez is back at it again. This time she claims that she's lost the right to vote. And she's blaming the GOP, the federal government, from erasing her from the voting rolls. But she did this herself. In their annual audits, Texas identified that her voter registration was linked to a P.O. box. Literally this P.O. box right here, which is illegal. So they dropped her from the voting roll. It's literally her fault. And it gets even funnier. Because she was dropped from the rolls and no longer a registered Republican, based on Texas primary laws, she can no longer participate in the Republican primary for her district. Now, she can register to vote right now. In fact, the county seat had reached out to help her register, but the deadline to participate in the primary and be registered has passed. So she has disqualified herself to run for the seat. Now, she had no chance of winning, none at all. But what a fitting way to end her campaign. A loser. Oh well.
American citizen, and the Republican Party of Texas is so corrupt that not only did they ban me from all Republican events just for exposing the horrible health condition of 84-year-old Congressman John Carter, now I'm under investigation by multiple federal agencies. And today, they use their power to remove me from the voting rolls so that I can even vote for myself. Since they made it illegal for me to cast my vote, do me a favor and send your mail-in ballot to Texas, because this is David versus Goliath. This is the establishment protecting their 84-year-old puppets. So vote me into Congress so I can make Texas the worst place for terrorists, Muslims, illegals, and corrupt politicians to live in, so help me God. God bless you all. I just got this letter from ICE, and I'm going to read it to you because things have gotten really serious.
Ms. Valentina Gomez, it has come to our attention that you made statements regarding ICE. Thank you for warning our officers to make it home to their families every night and for offering free monsters for our boys. We know you can't vote anymore, but if we find an illegal with the voting ballots, we'll vote for you and send it to Texas. We can't wait to see you in Congress. ICE. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't like ICE. I love them, and the offer still stands. So if you want a white monster, don't pull up to the P.O. box. Send me an email and I'll send you the address of one of my homes. God bless our ICE agents and law enforcement.
Negro, please. Didn't somebody tell you this was an all-white party? Huh? Someone get this jigaboo away from me.
All right, who wants a little bit of good news? Everybody remember Valentina Gomez? Well, old Valentina keeps fucking around and finding out because first they took her right to vote, and now, wait for it.
On the Epstein files are sealing my election on the first day of early voting by removing my name on the electronic voting machines, and I have proof. I went through the first time, and this thought it was strange before I submitted it. I didn't look specifically for your name and did not see it anywhere. I saw John Carter's name and a whole bunch of other names. Yeah, I did not see yours on there. Oh my God! I think they actually took me out because I'm one of the people that can actually beat John Carter.
Oh, what happened, Valentina? Did you mean for the Republicans to take everybody else's right to vote and everybody else's right to run for public office? And I'm telling you right now, I am predicting within weeks, ICE is going to be at her doorstep because there is no way they're going to leave her running around and acting that way. And the leopards are eating her face again.
Possibly the best news of the night out of Texas, the lunatic, radical Republican Valentina Gomez has lost miserably in the primary, and her short-lived efforts to join the United States Congress is paused, at least for the next 2 years. And folks, this is great news, because if you've been following Valentina, calling her heartless would be an understatement. She preaches God and about Christian values when she's so far from that, demeaning an entire religious community in Texas throughout her race. And I am proud that people have rejected her. Now, the funniest thing of them all, Valentina, an immigrant from Colombia, pesters immigrants, pesters other minorities, absolutely does not represent the American dream. In fact, if anyone's citizenship is getting revoked, it should be hers.
So Valentina Gomez, who is the broken English speaking woman who hates every marginalized group except herself, who stormed into an LGBTQ church while they were in prayer, interrupted them so that she could protest, calling them all sinners. But she hasn't been indicted for some reason. That's weird. I don't know why. Maybe she will now, though, because here's why. Apparently, she showed up at a Texas Republican event that was celebrating an 84-year-old Texas congressperson, and she used that event to turn it into a clout-chasing spectacle. And they kicked her ass out. The Republican Party kicked her out of the party and out of future Republican events. Here's her complaining about it.
American citizen, and the Republican Party of Texas is so corrupt that not only did they ban me from all Republican events just for exposing the horrible health condition of 84-year-old Congressman John Carter, now I'm under investigation by multiple federal agencies. And today, they use their power to remove me from the voting rolls so that I can even vote for myself. Since they made it illegal for me to cast my vote, do me a favor and send your mail-in ballot to Texas, because this is David versus Goliath. This is the establishment protecting their 84-year-old puppets. So vote me into Congress so I can make Texas the worst place for terrorist Muslims, illegals, and corrupt politicians to live in, so help me God. God bless you all.
I mean, if you are a racist and you can't get accepted into the Republican Party in Texas, it might have something to do with maybe who you are, not so much what you say there, Valentina, because if you were a white man, you'd be governor by now. Don't you think?
Listen to this, FAFO. Valentina Gomez, an aggressively hateful Colombian immigrant, is running as a Republican for a congressional seat in Texas. She's been on the internet spewing hateful anti-Islamic rhetoric and laughing and cheering when ICE is deporting immigrants and terrorizing communities. Well, now that same Republican Party has barred her from all official events and is investigating her. She has federal investigations on her now. If that's not enough, the cherry on top is that those same Republicans she was running with have now purged her from the voter rolls in Texas, so she can't even vote for herself in the upcoming election. Valentina Gomez, a Colombian immigrant and a naturalized citizen, decided to align herself with the Republican Party and ICE and is finding out that leopards really do eat faces. Valentina Gomez, that's an FAFO, my friend.
Public executions for any illegal that rapes or kills an American. They don't deserve deportation. They deserve to be ended.
Valentina, do you want to talk about the race that you lost in 2024?
Okay, wait. Hold on a second. I want to make sure I'm getting this straight. This liberal doesn't like Valentina Gomez because she wanted to take out P3DOs, because she's against having P3DOs and rapists on our streets. And you made that a personal attack on her prior campaigns because you're defending P3DOs and rapists? Please do explain. Please explain what you meant if that's not it. Because to me, and every other logical common sense person in the fucking world, heard you attack a woman who was going after the worst of the worst in this country. Regardless of all the other politics you believe in or not that she has, the reality is, though, is that you came after her because she said she wanted to get the worst of the worst out of this country. Do you not see? Are you not connecting the dots here? Is there just nothing up top? Boop, boop, anything? I heard a woman who wants to get rid of the sickos, and you were mad about it. Touch some fucking grass. Wow.
Did you see the good news and the bad news out of yesterday's primary results in Missouri? So let's start with the good news. Now, if you don't know who this is, I envy you, because this is Valentina Gomez, one of the Republican candidates for Secretary of State. Now, as an immigrant from Colombia, she was trying to prove to Trumpers that she could be more Trumpy than them. You know, trying to be even worse than the worst we've heard. She's asked for mass deportation several times. On Juneteenth, she made a video saying some disgusting things towards the Black community. And after the Imani Khalif situation, she posted a video using some disgusting words talking about Imani. So after these comments towards Imani and the LGBTQI plus community, her brother was fired from the mayor's office because his job was to do outreach towards the LGBTQI plus community, a community he's a member of. And her brother wasn't just fired because of the comments she made. He was fired because he supported her, contributed to her campaign, and even went as far as saying that she's not being terrible, she's just being a rebel, supporting the things she was.
Listen to this, FAFO. Valentina Gomez, an aggressively hateful Colombian immigrant, is running as a Republican for a congressional seat in Texas. She's been on the internet spewing hateful anti-Islamic rhetoric and laughing and cheering when ICE is deporting immigrants and terrorizing communities. Well, now that same Republican Party has barred her from all official events and is investigating her. She has federal investigations on her now. If that's not enough, the cherry on top is that those same Republicans she was running with have now purged her from the voter rolls in Texas, so she can't even vote for herself in the upcoming election. Valentina Gomez, a Colombian immigrant and a naturalized citizen, decided to align herself with the Republican Party and ICE and is finding out that leopards really do.
You know how bad you have to be for Texas to say, no, we cannot identify with you. We cannot support you. What are you going to do now? Because Latinos, you betrayed us, so we're not going to claim you ever. The MAGA king skipped you and endorsed a white guy. Without his endorsement, you don't have a chance. And you've done the impossible to fit in and to appease the white base that you don't have. See, how sad is it that you went against your own, thinking that surely the whites are going to support me? After all, I'm being racist against everybody else. ignoring the fact that you yourself are brown. I hate to break it to you, but you're not white, and you will never be white. How does it feel to betray your own and the people that you went after to kiss their ass until your nostrils were full of shit? They don't want you.
Are they trying to make it hard for somebody who isn't white to vote? I won't hear it.
Protecting their 84-year-old puppets. So vote to Congress so I can make Texas the worst place for terrorists.
She almost told the truth. If she just stopped at, vote me into Congress so I can make Texas the worst place, then yes, that would be correct.
Illegals and corrupt politicians to live in, so help me God. God bless you all.
She is powered by Jesus Christ. She's powered by Jesus Christ. How is this the fucking world we live in? Oh my God. If you're lucky enough not to have encountered her before, Valentina Gomez is a MAGA influencer from Colombia who fits a typical MAGA influencer build. She's emotionally unstable, she rants incoherently, has a desperate need for attention at any cost, and spreads the good Christian message of hate and judging thy neighbor. The fun twist on this one is that she's a not like the other ones immigrant who leverages the extra edgy angle of being exactly in the group of people her political party want thrown out of the country. She also runs joke political campaigns, coming almost dead last in a field of idiots in the primary for the 2024 Secretary of State election in Missouri. But to people like Ms. Gomez, there's no such thing as bad publicity and no depth they won't sink to for any kind of audience. As they say, great minds think alike. And the same is true of very empty ones too. For some Republicans, you can capture their attention with low-effort memes and generic bigoted panic. For the even more simple-minded ones, you basically have to yell loudly in simple words about how angry you are, a technique Trump pioneered back in 2016. Valentina really is the best example of the current race to the bottom of right-wing politics. When a president posting a meme of Barack and Michelle Obama as apes barely seems that surprising, you have to go all out to stand out, such as Valentina posting this delightful picture of a dummy being shot in the back of the head as a solution to the immigrant problem.
Are we the baddies?
Valentina also achieved notoriety, and I'm not sure if notorious is the word, kind of like notorious BIGOTEDPOS. She achieved notoriety for spreading insane levels of LGBTQ hatred to the point she got her brother fired from his job simply because he publicly endorsed her beliefs. I wonder what that could mean.
Are we the baddies?
Anyway, you saw the FO. Let's be postmodern and go back to the FA.
Congressman Carter, good to meet you. I'm Valentina Gomez. Thank you for your service, sir. I actually want to ask you a question, sir. Why are you letting Texas become like Minnesota, sir? When you got into Congress 22 years ago.
See, this is truly a sort of a dichotomy of a video here, because yeah, like it is a huge issue, not just in this country, but obviously in this country, it's an enormous issue that people in power are about, 99 on average. That's not a good thing. That needs to be talked about.
But something's up with this chick. She's Colombian with an accent, so she knows it's going to be hard to win the Republican vote. So instead, she's just redirecting the hate towards another group of people. And she's like, well, if I just hate on Arabs more, then maybe the fact I'm Colombian will be overlooked.
White Christian commits a heinous crime. I don't assume that every white Christian is the same. Why would you?
Piers, you can take the Muslim out of a terrorist nation, but you cannot take the terrorism out of a Muslim.
And then she goes out publicly, people have woken up to AIPAC, one of the worst foreign entities that needs to be abolished in 2024. 2025, AIPAC, hit me up.
Israel has influence on both sides of the political aisle in American politics. For that reason, I will never be taking $1 from AIPAC.
I firmly stand with Israel. As part of a military family, we do not want World War III.
This is the kind of chick that this lady is. Just absolutely ridiculous, hilarious. Just go away. Just go away, Valentina Gomez. Your grift is over.
Man, I am so glad she lost. She is irritating every time she opens her mouth. ICE, do your job. Get her out of here. Get her out. Donald Trump already went to the Supreme Court to make it easier to denaturalize people. She's a naturalized citizen. All you got to do is denaturalize her and send her on her way. Get her out of here. She's in the country and she's from Colombia and she's running around acting like a white supremacist. Them folks are not embracing you. The fact that they didn't vote for you, that says it all right there. That means they're not feeling you. You got to be really bad. to the point where even the white supremacists don't want to deal with you. And you're sounding just like them, and they still don't want to deal with you. Just like Myron Gaines, you know, you folks are never going to be embraced and accepted white. And y'all can take Myron Gaines and get his ass out of here too. Okay, I don't know what kind of citizen he is, but if he's naturalized, get his ass out of here too. We don't need people like that here. So I don't care. Nowadays, Donald Trump are dropping these people off anywhere. They don't necessarily get deported back to their home countries. So Donald Trump, you know, it would be good to send Valentina Gomez, send her ass to Africa. Okay. Yeah, send her over there to Africa when you deport her. Don't send her back to Colombia. Drop her ass off in Africa. Serve your ass right. Then you'll be surrounded by black people over there. Serve your butt right. Get her out of here. I'm glad she lost. I'm glad she lost her voting rights. She can't even vote in the country. And that's what you get. You left Missouri and went all the way to Texas thinking you had a shot of getting into Congress, and they slammed the door right in your damn face. Way to go, Texas. On this one, you did get it right. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. And remember, the shampoo is on sale. Ladies and gentlemen, I got one more live at 3:45. I hope to see you then. Shalom, family.